Today we are heading to Cumbria in northwest England, where natural beauty is front and center. It's a hard place to reach, but totally worth it. It's a land of lakes, castles, coastline and breathtaking scenery, almost like it's frozen in time. So it's fitting that we are off to a former 13th century blacksmith shop to sample the cuisine where the only thing imported is the name. Join us for 15 courses at Langloom. We arrive in Cartmel, a medieval lover's dream. Nestled on the edge of the English Lake District, it's a hidden gem with a population of just under 5,000 people. Little English towns always bring me back to my days as an au pair. As a fresh-faced Hungarian in my 20s, coming here was an exciting adventure. In many ways, shaped the person I am today. Like everything in this sleepy town, Langloom is easy to find. From the outside, it looks untouched. For many years, it was a family blacksmith shop, dating back to the 13th century. And every effort was made to keep much of that history intact. The anvil on the door tells us we are in the right place. Langloom is French for anvil, which is a nice touch. Inside the restaurant, much of the history has been saved. That explains the design and the decor, using wood, metal and stone throughout. The furniture is simple but functional and borrows from Nordic design. Everything is custom-made, using Cambria oak by a local furniture maker in nearby Kendal. Although it's minimal, they managed to create a welcoming atmosphere with some elegant touches. Dining with me today are some friends from the music industry. We met through this channel and we get together when I come to England. The menu here at Langloom is a 15-course tasting menu for just under €300. For wine, there are 3 pairings, starting with the taster pairing for €115. Getting more exclusive, we have the signature pairing for €175. And only the best wines in each region make it onto the select pairing for €340, which what we will have today. But first, champagne. There is a surprising champagne by the glass here. Jacques Salas Grand Cru Brut Initial. This is a special blend of 3 vintages, limited to 33,000 bottles. It is world class and our first pick to kick off this dinner. Our first little appetizer arrives. It's a tartlet of caramelized and dehydrated beetroot, raw ribbons of beetroot with edible flowers, and it comes with a little chaser of beetroot juices infused with perilla oil. It's super fresh and popping with flavor. Our next bite is a pork belly and smoked ear fritter with a puffed onion tapioca. Under it is a lavage emulsion, and on top is fermented sweet corn puree and lavage cress. Another strong opener. The Jacques Salas was nice, but there is always room for Krug. This is an O3. This vintage was disgorged in 2012, which means this champagne has been untouched and developing beautifully in the bottle for 11 years. Our next course is a savory cheese pudding caramelized in birch sap, then topped with stout vinegar jelly and grated aged Berkswood cheese. Lovely contrasting textures. And the vinegar jelly gave it a nice acidic kick. If you like amazing food like this, as much as I do, hit subscribe. It would help us a lot. Thank you. Our next wine is from the Vouvray region in France. It's a 2012 Chenin Blanc Clos du Berg from Domaine Huet. The next course is langoustine from the west coast of Scotland. Served uncooked, cut in Japanese-style rounds and rolled in fig leaf ash. Over the top is buttermilk sauce with smoked pike perch roe. It might not look like it, but this dish was in a league of its own. Perfectly balanced, both flavors. Best in class. Coming up is Orkney scallop, brushed with homemade exa sauce. Under it is crown prince squash and rosemary oil. Sauce is made from the flowers of nasturtium. The scallop is ultra delicate and the sauce is concentrated and delicious. Another powerful dish. Although the scallops come from the Orkney Islands of the northern tip of Scotland, everything else is grown on Chef Rogan's farm. Nicknamed Our Farm. More than 90% of the plants used in the menu come from here. A dish starts with the head grower of the farm choosing what at its peak in the garden. The ingredients are then discussed with the senior team and they go to work in the development kitchen. The chosen dishes then make their way onto the menu at Langloom. It started because they couldn't get the quality they wanted at the grocery store, and has grown to define the mission and values of the company, with farm to fork being the main feature. The idea is to strengthen the relationship between cooking and growing. Our next wine is a 2019 Trebbiano d'Abruzzo from Italy, made by AAA producer Emilio Pepe. This wine really showcases the terroir and has made Pepe a legend in the region. Up next is pink for apple potatoes, gently cooked in chicken fat and pickled walnut. The sauce is based on Parco's cheddar from the North Lakes, split with an oil from burnt onion ash. On the side is pumpernickel rye bread. Really creative dish here with a lot happening. Another fabulous effort from Chef Rogan and the team. Chef Rogan and his wife Penny opened L'Enclume in 2002. They received the first Michelin star in 2005, a second star in 2013 and its third star in 2022. They currently hold the #1 spot in the UK Good Food Guide. Since opening L'Enclume, they have built a little empire in town. They have another restaurant just a short walk away and have rooms for rent for those wanting to stay overnight. The power couple have also opened restaurants in Hong Kong, London and Malta. Although Chef Rogan has seen a lot of success, his beginnings were far less glamorous. He got his start in the kitchen at a Greek restaurant, cooking kebabs and chips. From there, he took an apprentice role under Savoy-trained chef Paul Norman at Reinfeldt House. He went on to work for 8 years at different restaurants. Moving forward, he landed jobs with Marco Pierre White and John Burton Race, who urged him to go to France. This led to 3 Michelin star Luca Carton in Paris, and later to his first head chef role at Adlington Place in Croydon. While in France, there is a good chance Chef Rogan tried this at one time or another: Drapier champagne. Next in our wine pairing is this 2012 Grand Cendré. Our sommelier has chosen it specifically for the next dish. It's seaweed custard, served with beef broth, infused with bone marrow fat, topped with L'Enclume's blend of caviar and Maldon oysters. It seems the kitchen is pulling out all the stops. This is as good as seafood gets. This is Maso Izumi Private Reserve from 2018. This sake is aged in barrels used to make Burgundy. The result is a delicious combination. For sure, Japanese philosophy is a big influence on Chef Rogan. According to the man himself, the development of the L'Enclume menu is inspired by ingredients that change with the seasons and ensure a truly traceable dining experience philosophy. We also know that Chef Rogan is influenced by French chef Marc Verrat, who creates avant-garde, natural cuisine and uses mountain herbs and flowers. Back at the table, our server teases us with a little lamb. This will be our main course later. But for now, we have salt-baked artichokes cooked in brown butter with Welsh truffle. The broth is infused with roast chicken, caramelized artichokes and truffle. It's earthy and aromatic thanks to the truffle, and the sauce is hearty based with lots of depth. What really comes through is the brown butter. Brown butter is one ingredient we come across a lot on this channel. It's a staple in French cuisine, but is also used in kitchens all over the world. Making it is easy. Take a stick of unsalted butter, add it to a saucepan. Bring it to a simmer over medium-high heat. When it starts to bubble, turn your heat down and keep stirring it. In just a few minutes, it will turn golden brown with a nutty smell. Transfer to a heat-proof bowl and you are finished. Use your new super ingredients wherever you use regular butter. It's great in baked goods, and as we just tasted, it's amazing on roasted vegetables. We wanted more champagne. I told the guys that we should try a 2006 Charheizig Blanc de Millennials, because it's a beautiful bottle and worth trying, and it brings out a very nice umami. Our next course is West Coast monkfish tail, served on top of king oyster mushroom and topped with caramelized red burn onions. The sauce is an oyster mushroom and yellow wine. This is a happy accident. The champagne gods couldn't have chosen a more fitting champagne. They complemented each other's flavors astonishingly well. The umami in the dish was amplified by the champagne. To go with our main course, we have a 2002 Sainsbury Reserve California Pinot Noir. This wine is super lively for its age, and I can't wait to try it with the lamb. That will be dry-aged Herdwick lamb loin and yellow pea puree. Spooned on top, we have a sauce infused with fennel vinegar and fermented yellow beans and tapioca. With it comes a lamb fat crumpet, so we don't miss a drop of the sauce. It doesn't happen often, but I am at loss for words. To call this amazing would be an understatement. So far, this menu feels like the first 6 seasons of Game of Thrones. I just really hope it doesn't turn into the 7th and 8th ones. With the main course is over, we are invited for a little tour. There is tons of positive energy here. I love it. Desserts are next, led by a Hungarian dessert wine. This is a tokayasu from Berec Stefani. Our first dessert is frozen Toowoomba cheese, malt crumb, berries and lemon thyme jelly. Savory and sweet, with cheese-like ice cream and then the sweet berries. Excellent texture, mildly sweet, pure genius. They follow it up with Concord pears with rose hips, pear mousse, meadow sweet sorbet and sugar wafer. Also really good, but much sweeter. Our final dessert is a signature that pays tribute to the past. It's called the Anvil. Caramelized pink lady apples and custard with a caramel mousse flavored with a house-made miso and covered in an apple and spruce sauce. Another banger. We are in the home stretch now, starting with the cheese service. Here we have farmhouse cheeses from all over the British Isles. 11 of them, including goats, blue, hard and soft. Finally, the Petit Fours. A peach ice cream mini cone, a caramelized queen's tartlet, a candle mint cake stone, and finally a chocolate bonbon with pinecone praline. A beautiful finish to a great meal. Our total for 5 people is just over 6,700 euros. So let's summarize my experience at L'Enclume. The wine pairing. For the magnitude of these amazing dishes, I would have gladly tried a more serious wine pairing. I was told that there is no demand for bigger wines here in the countryside. In terms of service, it was flawless and professional. I will remember the service team as kind, attentive and sensible. We were quite hard to serve in our little room, but they managed it perfectly. This menu was a true experience, like sitting behind a Formula 1 driver as he speeds along the racetrack. It was intense, brave, modern and unique. Every course had strong characteristics and was deeply connected to the chef. In terms of dishes and flavors, it was similar to my days as an au pair. A defining experience in my life. This is my favorite kitchen in the UK. And this menu is one of my favorites of all time. And that does it for this episode. Thank you for joining me. If you like this video, hit subscribe. See you next time.